never gonna make dinner.
Who needs dinner?
I am done with men. I know I've said this before, but this time I mean it.
You've got to start locking that door.
Keith and I had done so. I should have left him in the woods. I don't know what I ever saw in... Hello?
Hello.
Oh, Frankie, darling, who is this handsome creature?
Nora, this is Alessandro. Alessandro, this is Nora, my mother.
No. It is the greatest pleasure to meet the woman who brought my Frankie into this world.
Oh, my. Aren't you charming? I hope I'm not interrupting anything.
Well, we were just on our way out.
Looks more like you were on your way in, if you catch my meaning.
No, Mrs. Drake. I have the utmost respect for your daughter. I would never...
No. It's mis amore. That's French for love. You don't need to be coy with me, honey.
First of all, your name isn't Amore, it's Amory. And we were just trying on costumes for the party at Jonas on Saturday.
Sure, costumes, likely story.
Okay. What are you even doing here?
What, now I need a reason to see my favorite daughter? Okay, fine. Listen, I need a place to stay just for a couple of days, just until the presidential suite at the King Eddie's available.
And you want to stay here?
Don't you think it'd be fun? A chance for us to catch up, which we clearly need to do, and I want all the details on that one.
Perhaps I should go. Allow you to figure this out.
Our reservation.
We reschedule.
No. Do not waste a perfectly good reservation on me. I am capable of making myself at home.
It's only for a few days.
You'll never even know I'm here.
Shh. What am I getting myself into? Shall we?
Au revoir, monsieur.
Help me.
Frankie? Frankie? Is that you, honey?
Help me. Please help me.
Oh, Nora, get a grip.
Alessandro must have had you up late last night if I got the paper first.
Trούντi?
Nora, what are you doing here? Where's Frankie?
I haven't the slightest, but when I see her, I am gonna give her a piece of my mind, honestly. Letting me sleep here without so much as a word of warning about the ghost.
I'm sure you're just dreaming.
Oh, Trούντi. You know, come to think of it, it was more like a specter. It was a big shadowy thing, and it had a bloody face and and a voice like an out-of-tune viola.
Sure you just didn't have a little too much to drink?
Trούντi Clark, how dare you? You know how well I hold my liquor. Gin had nothing to do with it.
Whatever you say, Nora.
Whatever you say. You know what? You're gonna be singing a different tune, Missy, next time you're here alone at night.
Okay. Very funny.
What, do these bags under my eyes look like they're kidding? Don't answer that.
I'm serious. Did you write this?
Find the man who killed me. Oh, Trούντi, that's it. That's what the ghost wants help with.
What are you talking about?
That's all he kept saying, just over and over again. Help me, help me. I hate to break it to you. I don't think ghosts have fingerprints.
I'm sure Frankie's just playing some kind of prank. No prints.
Like I said,
All right. Let's just say, for argument's sake, there is a ghost.
there is.
Nothing spooky's happened here before. So it's a new ghost, which means someone died recently.
But not just died, was killed.
But who's the victim?
I'll tell you who the victim is. Me. I didn't get a wink of sleep last night after that thing appeared.
And you're not gonna get any now either.
What? Why?
Because this ghost of yours has opened up a new case.
Oh.
City morgue.
Okay, I'm out.
Gareth!
Hi, Flo. Had a late night at Jelly's. Figured since I had to be here at 6 a.m. anyway.
This is a morgue, not a flop house. I can't imagine that slab is good for sleeping.
Oh, I've had worse.
City morgue. Hey. Oh, hi, Trούντi. What the... I'm sorry, there's a what now in the office? I'll look around and see what I can dig up. Pun absolutely intended.
Hey, so, maybe do me a favor and don't tell the coroner about this?
Wipe that drool off your chin, and we can talk about it.
Come on, honey. Don't be stingy. Some of us didn't sleep last night. Don't ask.
Thanks, Aylin.
You're welcome, Trούντi. Oh, Frankie's building has such a sordid history.
What do you mean, sorted?
4 unexplained deaths between 1912 and 1921.
But nothing from last week or so?
Nada, which is why I called Mary.
And I found a missing persons report filed last Tuesday for a Laura Gordon. Her last known appointment was in the building.
The timing makes sense.
Trούντi, this could be our ghost.
What? A ghost? You never said anything about a ghost at Frankie's.
So I spend one night at Alessandro's and suddenly we have a ghost in the office?
I saw it with my own eyes, and before anyone asks, no, I was not drinking. Much.
I didn't believe it at first either until I saw this.
So what, this ghost wants to hire us to find its killer?
Well, when you put it that way.
That's exactly what we mean.
And is this ghost going to pay us?
Well, if this is the missing woman from Mary's report, whoever filed it might.
Okay. Mary, what do you have?
Well, the report was filed by Laura's mother, Judy, who found a note in her daughter's calendar for an appointment at 506 Beverly.
An appointment with who?
Oh, the note didn't say.
You know, I'm just gonna say this doesn't look much like the ghost.
Mary, do you think you can get me the mother's phone number?
Sure, I can phone you from the station with it.
Perfect.
Bye, gals.
So we're taking the case.
Yes, of the missing woman, not of a ghost in the office.
Who's to say it's not one and the same?
Science? You know, I didn't peg you to be a believer.
Well, there's a lot science cannot explain to us about what happens after we die.
Okay, well, ghost or no ghost, we need to talk to these neighbors. I'll see if I can find out who Laura met up with.
I know something terrible has happened to my Laura.
Well, is there anything you can tell me that would help me find her? Places she goes or friends she could be with?
Honestly, Miss Drake, I couldn't say. She's grown quite secretive.
Secretive how?
We'd always been very close. My mother was very distant with me growing up, you see, and I didn't want to be that way with my daughter. So Laura and I, we shared everything.
I'm sensing a but.
A few weeks ago, everything changed. She started staying out all hours, refusing to say why. And the more I pushed, the more she pulled away. I mean, for all I know, she's dead.
We're gonna find her.
Never seen her in my life.
Are you sure?
Maybe you could take a closer look, Miss Falk.
Call me Dolly. Everyone does.
Okay then, Dolly.
You talked to the old witch down the hall about this missing gal of yours?
You mean Miss Underwood?
Always covered in blood. Smiling like a maniac. I bet she knows something.
Well, we will definitely talk to her, but in the meantime, does she look familiar at all?
Like I said, never seen her in my life.
So you didn't meet with her on Tuesday, then?
Proper young ladies like that aren't interested in the sorts of imports I traffic in.
What sorts of things are those?
Nightmare makers.
I do not like it here, Trudi.
Mr. Winder.
I wish I could talk, honey. But a reservation Che Rodolfo waits for no man.
If I could just have one more...
Please watch where you're going.
Excuse you.
I hope we're not interrupting, Miss Underwood.
Just give me 1 second. There. Porcupines are a thorny task. Oh. Miss Clark, it is so good to see you, and you brought a friend.
Yes, my colleague, Flo.
Oh, 2 detectives. Ooh, this must be serious. What can I do for you?
We're looking for a woman who went missing.
You know, she looks a little like the gal that used to work for the shoemaker upstairs. Terrible tragedy, that.
How do you mean?
Found dead in the elevator shaft back in 1917.
Oh, no, that's not who we're looking for.
The police never quite figured that one out, but for my money, the pudgy plumber that used to work next door pushed her. They were having a secret affair, but then there was...
That's fascinating, really. It is, but the woman we're looking for disappeared on Tuesday.
Oh, I'm sorry, I can't help you. Tuesday's my roadkill day.
Come again?
I drive the highway searching for fresh specimens. Sometimes I get lucky and they're still warm.
I would have thought the impact would make the roadkill unusable.
Au contraire. Most succumb to blunt force trauma. They're pristine, not a scratch on them. I think I have a fresh raccoon in the icebox. I can show it to you.
Oh, you know what? I think I left the kettle on at home, but we'll come back and see that another day.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Miss Underwood.
Oh, my pleasure. Oh, and don't forget, I offer a 20% discount for neighbors.
Oh!
Get back here, Felix. Oh.
Who's that?
I'm sorry. I know we're not supposed to have pets in here, but my apartment is being fumigated and I can risk the little guy getting sick. Please don't tell my landlord.
Your secret's safe with me, if you can help me with something.
Sure, anything.
Do you know this woman?
Of course I do. Isn't she lovely?
How long have you two been together?
Only a few weeks, but, well, I think she might be the one.
Wow.
I was fresh off a bad split when I met Laura, and she made me believe in love again.
What were the two of you doing last Tuesday?
Tuesday, nothing. I haven't seen her since last weekend. Why? What's going on?
I'm sorry to have to be the one to tell you this, but her mother reported her missing.
What?
You're sure you didn't see her last Tuesday?
Of course I'm sure. Wait, you don't think I had anything to do with Laura's disappearance, do you?
No. Of course not. Thank you.
Looks like I figured out who... What are you guys doing?
We didn't get very far with the neighbors, so we decided to go straight to the source.
I said it was a very bad idea, but who listens to me? Nobody. Laura Gordon, we received your message. We want to help you. Tell us who killed you. I'm so sorry. I'm so... Well, don't dance at the door!
I hear you've been looking for me?
I didn't mean to cause any trouble.
Well, we're just glad you're okay.
No thanks to that boorish watchmaker.
Michael Winder?
That's why I was here on Tuesday, interviewing to be a shop girl.
Did he get a little handsy?
In a word, I just couldn't face to go home.
Why not?
Oh, so my mother didn't mention the fight we had then?
Not exactly. What was it about?
Same as always. She was upset that I want a private life. Except this time, she said if I don't explain my comings and goings, I can find another place to live.
And you called her bluff. Good girl.
I just needed some time to think it through. My mother was quite overbearing.
Oh, I hear some can be like that.
Oh, that must be dreadful.
I'm afraid that we've frightened your boyfriend for no reason.
Poor Robert. I'll pop up to see him right now.
That is a beautiful coat.
Thank you. A gift from Robert.
Lucky girl.
Don't I know?
Well, I think we've earned a drink at Jelly's.
A drink, a drink.
Drake Private Detectives.
Hello? Who is this? The line went dead.
Frank?
Or it's the ghost.
It's not a ghost.
Come on, Frankie, between the notes and these calls?
And the ghost that I saw with my own 2 eyes.
I mean, you have to admit, something funny is going on here.
Doesn't mean that we're being haunted.
That doesn't mean that we aren't. So how do we find out which it is?
Okay, this is gonna be easy. You just have to stay and wait it out.
Actually, that is not a bad idea.
You're welcome.
Okay, so we stay up all night and wait for the ghost to make an appearance and catch whatever...
Whoever.
In the act. A good old-fashioned sleepover.
Where are you going?
Well, oh, to a hotel.
This was your idea.
Well, I'm so glad you see the brilliance in it. It's just I've already spent one sleepless night because of this ghost, and I don't intend to have another.
That's fine.
Please?
It's basically a stakeout.
But for a ghost.
Well, whatever you do, don't provoke it. Spirits can be vengeful. Maybe we should do this stakeout at your place, Flo.
How's it gonna help us find out who's haunting the office?
It won't, but maybe if we give the ghost some space, it will just go away on its own.
I don't think that's how it works. Listen, I know you're scared, but what if it was your father or my Herb? Wouldn't you want to help them find some peace?
4 orders of chop suey and 6 spring rolls to go.
Do you really want to miss all this?
Well, a girl's gotta eat.
Exactly. Thanks, Aylin.
My pleasure, and good luck.
So we've got a call claiming an unknown man to be the killer. We have a note with no fingerprints asking for help about the killer, and then there's whatever Nora saw.
Claims to have seen. Here, I can help you.
Oh, thank you.
So did Nora say what the so-called ghost looked like?
You had like bloody face?
Oh! Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
Here. Sorry. Just give me one.
Where was I?
Bloody face.
Right, and she said something about a high-pitched voice?
Get it off! Get it off! Get it off!
Mary, what happened?
I was trying to rinse my shirt and there's blood in the towel!
It's okay.
Yeah, I'll take it to work. I can get blood out of anything.
I told you!
Oh my God.
I told you!
There's only one place that this could be coming from.
Be careful.
I got it.
Thought so.
Got me.
Who are you? What are you doing up here?
Well, I could ask you the same thing.
Frankie Drake. I'm a private detective.
Pleased to meet you, Private Detective Frankie Drake.
You are?
Sebastian. Just opened up a carpentry studio downstairs.
Well, that answers my first question. Now, what are you doing up here?
I'm afraid that's none of your business, Detective. I think I'll go home for the night.
Well, I know who's messing with us. Now I just need to figure out why.
What, was it the ghost?
No, it was Sebastian, all flesh and blood and rude.
Wait, who's Sebastian?
He's a carpenter who apparently just opened up a studio downstairs.
So he was the one tampering with the water tank?
No, but he was skulking around, and when I asked him what he was doing here at this time of night, he wouldn't answer me. Do you know where the lockpicking kit is?
Yeah. Well, and I thought we'd see who else the watchmaker interviewed besides Laura Gordon.
If you got handsy with her, maybe you got handsy with someone else. They fought, one thing led to another.
Worth it to take a look.
Mm-hmm.
Well, hold on. If you're all leaving, then I'm going to be here alone.
For protection. Sweet creamy custard! Whoa! Shh! It's just a picture. Who leaves a portrait of themselves looking like that hanging around? Man who thinks his teeth are his best feature? You know, he's not wrong. Can't we just find the resumes and get out of here? Here! I found the resumes.
Can I help you?
Got a cup of sugar?
Sorry, no.
Okay, look, confession time. I didn't actually come here for sugar.
Yeah? Never would have guessed.
I wanted to apologize. I think we got off on the wrong foot. I didn't realize you lived here as well. Do you live alone?
Yeah. Why?
It's just my living space is so cramped. I'm always curious how other people make it work. Maybe I could come in and take a look.
Yeah, maybe some other time.
Sandro Contento, you old flirt. I'm not that kind of gal.
Frankie, expecting someone else?
Well, the lights went out and I thought, and then your footsteps on the stairs, you just gave me a fright.
Sorry, but I need your help down in the basement.
Oh, okay.
Anything? Not that I could see. You stay here and keep lookout.
You don't have to ask me twice.
Nothing seems out of place in there. I mean, it is creepy.
I don't know about this, Frankie.
There's nothing to be scared of, Mary. I just need to find the... Bingo. I knew this had been tampered with. I bet I know who did it. Here.
Do you really think the carpenter had something to do with this?
I do. I just need to figure out why. Mary, I need the light. It had to have been Sebastian who knocked the shelf over on me. No one else would have been in the room at that time.
Just because he wasn't flirting with you doesn't mean he's trying to kill you, Frankie.
It's not because he would. I have a gut feeling. What? What?
How is a gut feeling any different than believing in ghosts?
It just is.
Good morning, Aylin.
Morning, gals. What are you all doing here so early?
He never went to sleep.
All right, the ghost in the office.
Well, we're still split on that.
Who's this? Ah, haven't you met Christopher? He's been delivering the paper in the neighborhood for almost a year now. What can I do for you?
My mom's asking if we can settle up. We're due at Zeppy's.
I'll be right there. And hey, go make sure she leaves me a couple jars of those pickled beets, will you? Mrs. Miller's pickled beets are the secret to that stew you like so much, Mary.
Oh, really? Is it on the menu today?
It's 8 in the morning.
Well, I need all the protein I can get if I'm gonna get through the whole day of work on no sleep.
Speaking of sleep, oh, I had the most glorious night of it. The Carl's Right is heavenly. So how was your little sleepover? Fruitful?
We have a strong lead. 2, actually, which reminds me, I'm gonna track down those women that Mr. Winder interviewed. And I assume you have something planned for Sebastian?
Sebastian? Another man in your life, Frankie?
No, he's a suspect.
Oh.
I'll fill you in later. Just go. It's fine.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Suit yourself. Charles?
You know, Mary, I would love to get into Sebastian's apartment. Do you think you can come up with an excuse to bring him down to the station?
Yes, of course.
And if you don't find anything on Sebastian, then he's off the hook.
Did I hear someone say Sebastian? I heard he moved into your building.
Do you know him?
Not nearly as well as I'd like. Why are all the good ones married?
He told me that he lived alone, and I didn't see a ring on his finger.
Why would someone lie about that?
I can think of a reason or two.
He's definitely hiding something. I'm gonna find out what. KE 8547, please. Hi, can I speak to Andrea Holmes? Oh. Well, can you tell me when you expect her to be back? Tell me, when was the last time you saw Miss Holmes? Tuesday morning. Huh. Can you tell me something? Does Miss Holmes often go away for days at a time? Maybe for work or... Let's see. Well, thank you very much.
Gareth, you're in luck. I just finished making your bed.
Oh, very funny.
What in Harry's half acre are you doing now?
Oh, don't get excited. I'm just returning this to the old guy in fridge 5.
I'm sorry. Are you saying you stole a suit from a corpse?
It was more of a loan. I had a date last night with a real looker.
Well, she obviously wasn't a real smeller because she didn't notice the aura of decomp all over you. Since when does blood dry pink? Hello?
Thank you, Mary.
You just can't seem to keep your nose out of my business, can you?
Yeah, I interviewed Andrea Holmes. Bad fit. Bit of a prude.
And what did you do after you interviewed the prudish Miss Holmes? Because she's missing.
Missing. And you think I... That was what? Tuesday? Ah, right. I was with my mother.
I'm gonna need her number.
I can do you one better. Yes, EM 5620. Hello, Mumsy. I'm sorry to bother you. I need you to tell a young lady about our rummy tournament.
Hello, Mrs. Winder. I'm... And he was with you all evening? Great, thank you. Oh, no. I am no good at cards. Well then, thank you.
Now, if there's nothing else...
Actually, there's one more thing. Can you tell me if Miss Holmes said or did anything that seemed unusual?
Well, she was nervous, but that's hardly strange. I cut an imposing figure.
Oh, okay. Is that everything? Any little thing could help.
You know, she did say something about seeing someone she hadn't expected to. And actually, she ran out so fast, she left that behind. Give it to her for me if you find her. Will you, sweetheart? What are you doing in my apartment?
You've been messing with me, and I'm gonna find out why.
I got no idea what you're on about, lady.
I think you do.
Look, I don't want to have to call the cops, so please, just get out of here.
Go ahead, call the cops, then you can explain what you've been doing.
What the hell are you talking about?
The taps running red, the blackout, the threatening letter. I know it was all you.
Why would I be playing kids' pranks on a woman I didn't know existed until yesterday?
That's a very good question, isn't it? You know what I think? I think you don't like having a private detective in your building. I think you want me out of here because you have something to hide.
All right, that's it. I've listened to enough of this. It's time for you to leave. This took me hours to build, you know.
I guess you should be more careful, shouldn't you?
Maybe you should be more careful. Now, why are you shoving people like some kind of boxer?
Believe me, if I was boxing, you would know.
Am I interrupting something?
Who are you?
It's not what it looked like.
Whatever you say, Frankie.
Do you know this woman? Because she's broken into my home twice in the past 24 hours without cause.
I'd say there's cause.
Anything that makes the slightest bit of sense?
You haven't even told me what you were doing up on the roof in the middle of the night.
Because it's none of your business.
I'll agree to disagree.
Yeah?
Oh, can you guys be quiet? Frankie, I gotta show you something.
You owe me for that table.
Bill me. It's still wet.
Which means it couldn't have been Sebastian.
Ghosts don't have footprints. There! Where is it? We were just on his heels.
I bet you think you're pretty smart, don't you? Take off the mask. You've got some explaining to do.
Well, whoever's messing with us, it isn't Sebastian or a ghost. My gut was wrong.
So what I'm hearing is both your strong leads turned out to be bupkis, is that right?
I wouldn't say it was bupkis.
And it doesn't mean something bad didn't happen in the building. The landlady said Andrea's been missing since Tuesday.
Let me guess, right after her interview with Michael Winder.
Oh, so it was the Hensy watchmaker all along?
No, I don't think he has anything to do with it.
Why is that?
Well, he said when he met with her, she was really nervous, and she was in such a rush to leave, she left this behind. Apparently, she had an unexpected run-in with someone.
Speaking of unexpected run-ins, I found our ghost.
That pipsqueak gave me the fright of my life.
He's responsible for everything that's been going on. He even used his mother's pickled beets to make the water run red. Ingenious, really. And also very, very wrong.
I'm sorry if I scared anyone. And I swear, the shelf that broke, it was an accident. I was only trying to help you find out what happened to the lady.
Can you tell us what you saw?
She was in a stairwell with someone. A man, I think.
The unexpected run-in?
What did he look like?
He had dark hair and a dark coat.
And what happened?
The man pushed the lady, and she disappeared. Then the man went downstairs, and I didn't see the lady again.
Did he leave the building?
Not for a long time.
You get all dressed up as a ghost. You could have just told us.
I didn't think he'd believe me.
He tried to tell his mom, but she assumed he was imagining things.
We were detectives, and I thought if I left clues, then maybe you could find out what happened.
Nora, can you take Christopher home?
What am I, the babysitter?
Just do it, please. Do you want to see what you can find out about Andrea's personal life?
Thinking the man in the stairwell was the boyfriend?
Exactly.
So where does that leave us, Frankie?
In the basement. Christopher said that he saw the man come downstairs, but he didn't leave the building until much later.
No better place to hide a body than the basement.
I'm wrong, but...
Oof, the smell says you're not. And it seems to be coming from here. Broken neck, Maybe from a fall down the stairs? But who pushed her?
Say we're looking for a redhead. I'm guessing those came from whoever did this to her.
Sure, but not necessarily a redhead. These are animal hairs.
How dare you? Just because I make my living stuffing creatures doesn't mean I could ever kill one.
So you had nothing to do with the death of Andrea Holmes?
I had nothing to do with the death of anyone.
Then explain these hairs.
Well, first of all, that's fur, not hair. Let me have a look. And this is just as I suspected. Tell me, detectives, do you see any taxidermied house cats in here?
Just because there's nothing up front doesn't prove anything.
Miss Drake, I have not stuffed a cat since 1916. I couldn't bear to touch one after my beloved Tabby died.
Felix.
No, her name was Maxwell. I called her Martha Maxwell after the founder of modern taxidermy.
That is fascinating.
She ruined me for every other cat. I loved her.
Robert was holding an orange tabby cat when I saw him the other day.
Ooh, suddenly shuttering a business. Yeah, I'd say that's suspicious.
What are you doing here?
Hey, Andrea's landlady told me that she had a beau named Robert up until about a month ago.
I thought Robert was dating Laura.
He is, but he did mention going through a tough breakup recently.
She couldn't confirm it was the same Robert, so I went to check it out, and I found this.
The missing glove.
I'm thinking Robert is the man that Christopher saw in the stairwell, so I thought I'd come and check, and then by the time I got here...
You cleared out?
What'd you guys find in the basement?
Andrea's body.
Speaking of which, the coroner will be here any minute. I'll see you back at the office.
Okay. So how do we track down Robert?
Well, he practically swooned over Laura when I spoke with him.
You think she'll help us find him?
It's worth a shot. Let's go.
Whoa! I'm guessing this is yours?
Yeah, it got away from me. It's a real stubborn nail sticking out of the banister. I didn't want anyone to get hurt.
So you're the building's handyman as well?
It's already ruined some lady's dress.
This isn't from a dress. And Robert didn't kill Andrea.
Do you ever say anything that makes sense?
It wasn't a man that Christopher saw at all.
But where are you going?
Going to start a life of my own, far away from you.
Oh, Laura, I know we've had our differences, but please.
Short hair, dark coat.
No wonder Christopher mistook for a man.
What are you talking about? Who's Christopher?
The eyewitness who saw you murder Andrea Holmes.
Murder? No, my Laura would never.
Andrea's dead? And Laura, I knew you're jealous of her history, but I didn't think
These women don't know what they're talking about, sweetheart.
Actually, we have a very good idea of what's going on. When you met Robert, you figured that he was your ticket away from your overbearing mother.
Until you ran into his ex, Andrea, all dressed up, leaving his office on Tuesday.
She was only there dropping off the last of my things.
You thought that she was trying to maneuver back into his life.
Oh, please.
Instead of just telling Robert about it, you waited until after her interview at the watchmakers.
You confronted her, told her to leave Robert alone. One thing led to another. The next thing you know, she ends up dead at your feet. You convinced Robert to run away with you because you're afraid someone's going to find out what you did.
Is this all
Not
true?
now,
Laura.
Mother, not now. Nice story. Where's your proof?
How does Laura get along with Felix?
She loves him, but what does that have to do with anything?
Well, we found cat hair all over Andrea's body.
That doesn't prove anything.
No, but this does.
Found at the scene of the crime.
Why don't we take a look at that beautiful coat of yours and see if there's any recent repairs?
Oh, dear Lord. Sweet Jesus.
Mother.
What are we gonna do?
Mother.
I can call your Uncle Saul. He knows a good
Mother,
lawyer.
will you please shut up? Take me to the station. At least in jail, I won't have to listen to all her fussing.
This headpiece is a lot heavier than I expected.
Well, at least your armor isn't chafing.
Oh, the perils of being the goddess of war. I'm sure Alessandra will sweep you out of that party and that armor as soon as possible.
Who's got time for mortal men? Personally, I'm looking for something a little more godlike in my next suitor.
And who are you supposed to be?
Aphrodite, obviously.
I thought you had sworn off love.
Well, I tried your costume on when I was here the other night, and I thought, wouldn't it be fun to coordinate? And speaking of which, what's that beefcake Italian boyfriend of yours coming as? Ares? Adonis? Hercules. If intel from my sources is correct, he will arrive dressed as Odysseus. Which only leaves one question. Where's Mary?
She didn't come with you?
Haven't seen her all day.
Boo!
Mary, you scared me. I know. Just trying to conquer my fears.
Oh, good. Must be our ride.
Oh.
No, it's our ghost.
My mom told me he found that bad man from the stairwell. Except the bad man was really a lady.
That's right.
Sorry I was wrong about that. And for all the trouble I caused.
You helped us catch a killer. You have nothing to be sorry for.
That may be true, but these might help you see a little more clearly next time.
For me? Thanks.
You really don't do things by half, do you?
Where's the fun in that?
Is that your new neighbor?
That is Sebastian.
Well, he can bevel my edges anytime. Get it? Because he's a carpenter?
Yes, I got it. I will be right back.
Knocking. That's an improvement.
I deserve that. Look, I wanted to apologize for my...
Insane behavior?
I was gonna say unneighborly.
Oh, it's definitely closer to insane.
Fine, but you were being cagey.
Yeah, I'm just not a big fan of people knowing my business.
Is that why you go around advertising that you're married?
Maybe.
Wow.
This a homebrew?
Maybe. Consider it a welcome to the building present.
You're a very unusual woman, you know that?
I'll take unusual over insane any day.
Do you want to maybe...
Ah, there you are. The car is waiting, goddess.
I'll be right there. See you around?
Maybe.